Well, when I first started learning to play music, I was about, I guess, between 5 and 6 years old. And I used to get my uncle's guitar down off the wall. When he'd put it up, he'd always hang it on the wall. My granny'd get it down, and I'd sit down and try to learn to make the chords he did. And pretty soon I had learned several chords. So of the evening, we used to have a program that we listened at all the time, Bradley Kincaid. And I got that guitar, and I learned to make the chords on the guitar, playing with him like I love my rooster. And from then on, I let up on playing music a long time, but I got to be a teenager. Well, I guess about 12, 13 years old. I picked up the guitar again. But at that time, I didn't have a guitar of my own. And I had an old RCA Victrola, old hand crank style. And there was a boy that used to come with my uncle to the house to play music. So he had a little Regal guitar, which is a smaller guitar than the average, but it was a good guitar. It had a good sound, a good deep mellow sound. So I traded my Victrola and all my records for my first guitar. Well, I learned to play and sing and wrote a song or two myself before I was married. And then when I got married, my husband, he played the French harp. And we would sit and entertain ourselves with the guitar and the French harp, singing the old mountain ballads like Barbary Ellen and John Henry and Little Maggie and Grandfather's Clock and, well, all the old original folk tunes. So finally, I taught my sister-in-law, Marie, how to play a guitar. And in turn, her brother learned to play, my brother-in-law, Roger. So we formed a family band. And we started out mostly singing in church. We did sing in church nearly every word all the time. Well, they built a radio station there in Harlan.
What's the name of it?
Oh, I can't think of it. WHLN was the call letters. Okay. And Jay Barlow was one of the DJs. They handled our program, all the country music shows. They was John Reedy and the Stone Mountain Hillbillies and Pansy Ramblers, the Old Ranger. They had programs on Saturday, but we had an everyday program, which was sponsored by Fuller's Furniture and Cumberland Valley Music for a while. Sponsored us about 17 years while we played music. And from that, me and my husband, we started writing our songs and recording. We recorded our first record in 1947 in Bristol, Tennessee, with Twin City Records. Somebody Touched Me.
While I was praying, somebody touched me. While I was praying, somebody touched me. While I was praying, somebody touched me. Must have been the hand of the Lord.
Which has been good to us. We've recorded it over 2 or 3 times, but a lot of people's recorded it. And we was lucky enough to get it into the archives, the Library of Congress. We made several shows with Kitty Wells and Johnny Wright, Lost John and the Allied Kentuckians, Bill Monroe, and we played out of WNOX Knoxville, the Midday Merry-Go-Round. He played in Wise, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee, WJHL, Indianapolis at the, oh, I can't think of the name of that hall that we used to play there when my husband was in service. We would play schoolhouses and fairs. We played the Wise County Fair for 5 years straight, which was a real big thing in that part of the country at that time. Well, this was kind of before television and everything got popular. Everything was radio shows and personal appearances, and that was an outlet for young people to come and learn music and see people perform. And we used to go to Renfro Valley when Molly O'Day was there, and Lynn, her husband Lynn, and my oldest son was about 4 years old at that time. Molly O'Day was a beautiful lady. My son claimed her as his sweetheart. That was his sweetheart. We would go down there sometimes on the weekends and play music at the old barn for John Laird, Slim Miller, and the Coon Creek Girls, and I can't recall all of them. Red Foley was there at the time. Got to meet him. He was a very fine gentleman. And then we played over at WNOX radio station for Laurel Blanchard. And that's where I met Don Gibson, Chet Atkins, Dolly Parton, and Carl Story. He was playing over there in the Ramblin' Mountaineers. They had a group over there. They come to my house and went with us and made some shows with us and played with us at the fair. Well, they was all-time musicians at our home. Different people that I've met through the years. Many good friends. Music then was kind of a family thing. When you run across somebody that wanted to join the band or wanted to come and play, why, you would bring them home with you. You would keep them, you know. And it was just kind of everybody was family. Sometimes we'd go put on the show and they'd be 13, 14, 15 people in the band that all gathered up that were just close friends. Some from out of state, some from just around in the hollers and the coal camps and whatever. But everybody had a feeling for music. If we wasn't playing somewhere while we was out under a shade tree picking in a greeting, we opened up the show there at New Harlan Theater for Ernest Tubb when he was in Harlan. And, well, it's been a good experience of music and all through life. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Grandfather's clock was too large for the ship.
Sounds great.
Stood 90 years on the floor. Taller by than the old man himself, and it weighed not a penny, weighed more. It was bought on the morn, on the day that he was born, and was always his pride and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 9 years without numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock. 9 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock. But it stopped short, never to go again